Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you,
Yeah.
do you understand what you're about to do?
Yes. Sure, but I'll
I don't think
listen.
you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once.
Okay.
Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Um. Uh. The deserters are a community.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Um. Uh. Who tells me Edgewater's going to die without power?
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Okay. Ooh. I see. All right. I'll make the decision then.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Okay. I like hearing from you.
Really?
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna be like, I was
wow.
hardly listening. That's rude.
Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
All right. So, redirect power. Okay. Continue. So we can either go to redirect power to either Botanical Laboratory or Edgewater. My opinion, Edgewater's the better one. Oh, I forgot to hit save. Oh well. Return to room. So, pretty much what this means is we now, if we return to Botanical Plant, which we're kind of gonna do anyways. Yeah, we lost some reputation with the deserters, but that's fine. I know what we want to do. So, what we can do is we can help out the deserter. So we have to go convince the deserters, hey, you should probably go back to, what is it? I don't know the name of this town. Edgewater. And we can do that, which we're going to do that. But also, if we want Adeline to go with them, we need to get Reed to step down. And there is a good way to do that. One of the methods is kill him. Pretty quick, simple. Yeah, we can tell him about that she'll only come back if he steps down. Which isn't too bad. Alright, let's get moving. Yeah, so we just need to quickly return here. Yeah, we dropped their power. Where's Adeline? So we should probably talk to them. Oh, what we did. Yeah, where is Adeline?
Want to go see what happened?
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Yeah, it's playing very sad, desolate music. Where's Adeline at? Oh, is she over? Yeah, she's over here. Okay. Hey, Adeline.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve.
I
I
mean,
want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
what are my options? Look, he needs his people back. I don't like either of these.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
Okay.
And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Okay. Look, all this anger has to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick.
Ah,
We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him.
I
So
see.
I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Again, I love the music. They do music so well. I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos?
I think you're probably the
Kill
better.
Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Sounds good. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder,
Ooh.
worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
I see. Yeah, what happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Alright. I mean, that sucks, but at the same time, like, you really can't just not deal with the situation. Alright,
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
correct, it's mine. Yeah, it's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one.
Alright,
I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox.
yeah,
it's
think
just-
big.
Adelaine's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Look. Why is that?
Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything Edgewater stands for, hates what that town does to people, what it did to her.
I see.
We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
Yeah, stay put. I'm gonna try to talk
You
to
know
her
where
and
to
step
find
down.
me.
Alright. Alright, so I'm done talking to you. Let's talk to you.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Look, there's nothing left for you here. Come back
The
to Edgewater.
matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in?
Got a
I
point.
don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back.
Yeah, sadly.
Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Look, Thomas told me the same thing.
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down
Yeah.
to dust.
Yeah, and I see where you're
We're
coming
the
from with that.
closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed.
Yep. I'm gonna try to talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
All right. So let them know that, yep, you should come with me at some point, but I need to talk Reed into stepping down. Adelaide. Okay. So now we get to run all the way back to town. So yay with that. I forgot to make that save, but oh well. Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything under botched, so I think we're good there. We're just gonna go talk Reed into stepping down, which is fine. And then I think we're done here, right? And we're closing in. Getting close to Reed Thompson. Alright. Alright. And here we go back into Edgewater. Yeah, we need to talk to Reed. You know hop in Parvati? Or Parvati? Alright. Alright. Hey Reed.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water.
Yeah.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I delivered your message. Yeah, spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice.
Yep.
I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Look, your town's a mess, honestly.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man.
Yeah.
My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Look. At least people aren't getting sick.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
But yeah, this town doesn't eat anything but Saltuna. You're gonna get sick that way.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
Look. Pretty sure it's the food that's making you sick. You just need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food,
Yeah.
but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of him and shut down the greenhouse.
Yeah. Well, Adelaide's found a way to grow grow her own food, so she'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
She's growing. All I know is it involves. No, she's growing her crops with special fertilizer.
And when you say special fertilizer, you mean what exactly?
Corpses, mostly human.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance.
Yeah.
What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not in the mood to argue. If you want her help, just step down.
You're right, I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Yep, probably will. So what are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
Don't last a day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
Alright, well, goodbye. Poor Reed. Like, it's a weird thing of, like, don't like corporations, but he's also, like, trying his best. Alright. Alright. Well, let's get on out there, back to Adelaide, and yeah, to the botanical garden. Oh, hold that. And away we go. Alright, so I'm just quickly looking through... Introduction to Sam. Yeah, I'm just quickly looking through the guide that I have, trying to see, like, oh, what about any upcoming side quests and whatnot. There's a couple coming up. Not that many, it seems like. Yeah. Just like a thing that's going to be useful for quests, as well as... What else? I think one side quest? No, well, two side quests that we get from the ship. So, we're looking pretty good, it seems. And also, this is supposedly going to take about 60 hours of playtime, so expected this to be running for a while. Assassin's Creed 2 was supposed to take about 43 hours, I think. Now, I don't know how long it actually took us to finish it. If you're watching this as it's being uploaded, you will see Assassin's Creed 2. You're like, wait, it's not done. It is done. I'm just slowly releasing it.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Well, yeah. Look, I talked Reed into leaving. Come back to Edgewater now.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point.
Yep.
Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Look, it's better off with you running running the place.
You're
Yeah.
telling me you
That'd
did
be
all
a bit
this
bad.
just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted.
Look,
I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
yeah. Take care. Hey, we leveled up. All right. Well, that's funny because yeah, so we can bump these up to 35. Yeah. Let's revert. Yeah, let's bump that up to 5. Where's my engineering at? We're getting close. Yeah, we'll just apply for now. Perks. Which one was I thinking of? Probably Cheetah, right? No, high maintenance. Yep, and then Bravati has to have... Oh, she doesn't have one yet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, alright.